I'm across the street from the Palms, and the reason I'm here is a lot of casinos right now are booking appointments starting April 17th. Is this too soon for the coronavirus? Should we be pushing this out till May 1st or possibly further? What are the alternatives? In this video, I'm going to discuss some of these alternatives, so let's get right into it.
New York, California, Detroit. These are all hot spots that the coronavirus has spread in the U.S. And if you look at this chart, these numbers are showing how big some of these cases have become. Now, the coronavirus is continuing to spread. You're starting to see across the country that some of these states and some of these cities are opening up, even though we still have continuous spreading of the coronavirus. Is it too soon? If you go back in history, in 1918, we had the Spanish flu, which killed more than 50 million people worldwide. In addition to that, let's look at the swine flu, or H1N1 flu. This killed more than 18,000 people. And then if you look at this graph shows you the amount of deaths that's occurred when you have the coronavirus. Compare that to the H1N flu of 2009. And you see a huge difference in the total amount of deaths based upon this chart. So with this risk, and we know that this is more deadly, is it too soon for us to open up Las Vegas here and in general? It appears the coronavirus is slowing in pockets, and wearing masks now is a fashion statement. But is it too soon to open up how busy Vegas is and the people it brings? Caesars Palace, MGM, and Wynn Casino all started booking room reservations on April 17th. This may be premature, especially when you have Wynn Resorts Chief Executive Officer Matt Maddox coming out and stating that they will not be able to open up potentially until mid to late May, and that they still need precautions put in place before this is happening.
Still, a lot of these casinos are booking online reservations right now. They had it going for April 17th. Now it's pushed out to May 1st. But it's really going to be interesting to see what happens with this Las Vegas Strip. And also, is it too soon? You know, should we just have this thing shut down for 6 months and then see what happens? Let everything kind of play itself out, or let all these things go through the process that it needs to go through with this virus going on. And that way, you know, there's not going to be any threat. I think a lot of people still have threat. There's definitely going to be a high sense of caution for everybody out there, especially traveling, not just on airplane, but also to a place like this, Las Vegas, with casinos that harbor tons of people. And so if you're already seeing that they're starting to book rooms and reservations, I don't know, to me it seems like it's a little too soon at this time.
Vegas is a 24-hour town. We roughly have 3 million people living here currently, and with 49.5 million people coming and visiting Las Vegas each year, what precautions do we have on preventing further spreading of the coronavirus? The Caesars Palace president came out and said if closing was hard, reopening could be harder. And doing a little further research here on Caesars Palace, I don't see, or I have not seen anything online that says they have anything in place for all the safety measures that's going to be needed.
I'm across the street from Caesars Palace. Caesars Palace was one of the casinos starting to book some of these rooms on April 17th, which has now been pushed out to May 1st. But I'm wondering, you know, what is going to happen on May 1st? And is this really going to happen where people are going to start to come to Las Vegas? Or is it going to be a very slow trickle effect where you're going to see people slowly coming into Las Vegas?
The Nevada governor has medical experts that he relies on to give him the information needed. And they have come out and stated Nevada not ready to discuss broad reopening. And if you look at one of the major casinos on the Las Vegas Strip, in the MGM casino, after doing a little research, there's not much out there on safety measures or precautions on what they're planning to do with the coronavirus. So it makes me want to think, is this too soon? Acting president for MGM, Bill Hornbuckle, came out and said, "Until we see you again, please follow the guidelines enforced by the health and public officials." Isn't that the same health officials that were in place by the Nevada governor, which is stating that we should not be opening up abroad and that we should have more safety measures in place?
So I'm right across the street from the MGM, and that's one of the casinos that started booking rooms on April 17th. And they said that if this is pushed to May 1st, they're going to start giving refunds for any bookings that happened before May 1st. Now, it's interesting to see, though, how long people are thinking that this is going to go out, or how far it's going to go out before everyone really starts to come back to Las Vegas. You know, I've heard it's only going to be until May 1st. I've heard until the summertime. I've actually seen some articles that's 6 to 12 months. So very interesting to see what's going to happen.
Recent study that's come out here in Las Vegas on tracking the coronavirus has shown it's really only 1% of the population. But is it because we've taken it very seriously here and we've taken precautions that we needed to? Everyone wants to go back to work, but you also don't want to be on this cycle of having repeat cases happening because we came back too soon. So you look at these major casinos as really the gauge on when everybody is supposed to go back to work. This is really going to affect everybody, not just casino workers. And you know, some of the things that may happen is there may be a situation where you're driving into work and they're doing a swab test right there in your car before you actually enter the doors. They're also looking and seeing if they can do some tests where people develop antibodies, as far as that way they could combat what's going on with the virus. Now, I don't know if that's going to stop the spreading, but if they develop antibodies, maybe that will help reduce the spreading. They're also coming up with tactics and rules, and some of the things that they're coming up with is COVID-19 testing for workers, like we just talked about, going into the workforce. You know, you also want to look at employees wearing masks and gloves. This is not just for casinos, but everybody. Everybody that goes in contact with somebody else, our world is going to change forever. With gambling, casinos are talking about opening only certain gaming rooms. A lot of casinos right now are looking to have a 6-foot rule where you can't invade into people's space. So, very interesting to see what's going to happen with all of this coming May 1st. You have medical experts saying we're not ready. We'll see what Governor Sisolak comes out and states. That way everybody can get back to doing this. No, not this. I'm talking about getting back to work.
So there's a lot of news out there that this is being pushed out till May 1st. I've heard till summertime. And then I've also seen some articles online that's 6 to 12 months out. And that's how long it's going to take Las Vegas really to recover from all this, being that it's shut down. You guys tell me your thoughts. What do you think should happen? Do you guys think we should be shut down here in Las Vegas for at least another 6 months? Or do you think it should be something where we monitor this as it goes? I think it's too soon, but you guys tell me what you guys think. Thank you again for watching this video, and we'll see you at the next one.